Hi,
Am I,
Astha.
can you hear me? Am I
Yes,
on?
you're audible. Yes, you're audible. A little bit of sound has been put.
Yeah, okay. Let me just check if I can do something. I don't think so. I'll try my best to speak louder. So, how are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for taking out time. It really means a lot for
You're
me.
most
So,
welcome.
so
You're most welcome.
before I directly jump into the question part, I one question I really wanted to ask before my global teacher.
Mm-hmm.
When you started Zeal Educators, sir, what was your vision behind it?
All right. So when I started, whatever we are doing today was not in the plan at all. We
Okay.
started like every other Indian edtech, and the whole purpose was because when I was in my schooling, I used to go to coachings to prepare for J. And that was a very hectic schedule. And recently, you have seen a lot of coaching centers having catching fire and all, and they have no safety hazards and all. These kind of environment was from the very beginning. And I'm talking about from 2015, 16, that time. And I used to go to school, then come back, and then I have to go to the coachings. And it was around 4 and 5 hours of learning because we used to call that foundational courses in grade 11. And pretty much in that time, when we say that you are the teenager and you have a lot to explore, I was always an explorer, but never got time to do so. Because the life was all into this education, going to school, going to coaching, writing those bullshit files and all. And trust me, before I jump into it, I will tell you honestly, I personally believe that our Indian education system is the most pathetic education we can get over the world. And this I'm quoting after studying from the best university, that is the IIT in this country. कुछ नहीं है यहाँ पे. We are wasting our times and we need to fix this, but nobody wants to fix. So I started when I got into my college in the first year. I thought कि I've struggled a lot and I know some tech and I have passion to explore. And क्योंकि school में ये coachings and all करके I never got time to explore things. Like I was the fixer of my family. घर पे कुछ भी होता, I was doing a reverse engineering to fix things. I had this curiosity to fix. तो मैंने कहा चलो let's start a platform and help some students. And I started, and it went pretty well. In the first year of my college, I got zero support from anyone. Backlash है कि अभी तो तुम खुद कॉलेज में हो, अभी क्या करोगे? What's the need of making money? And the aim was not to make money. The aim was to follow the passion and solve that problem I face so that my juniors are not going to face the same thing. And in that time, I used to help learn. I went to second year, then I went to third year. In that, I used to help a lot of juniors as well in the college. And we used to make one community ki chalo, haan, let's help each other because education is already very harsh on us. The theme was to help the Indian students, the CBSE curriculum primarily. We did exceptionally good with the results. But at that time, I always preferred the classes should go online because school तो आप जा ही रहे हो ना. अब आपको अलग से कोचिंग भी जानी है अपना टाइम खराब करना है because why you are coming to a coaching because schools are not getting enough. And the problem is why is it not enough? स्कूल काफी क्यों नहीं पढ़ रहा है? क्योंकि स्कूल में 50 बच्चे क्लास में बैठे हैं, टीचर को कोर्स कंप्लीट करना है, nobody is focusing. And I had a very big issue in school. जो overall curriculum था, we were never given that freedom to read books properly. कोई हमें एक एनसीईआरटी पकड़ा दी जाती एंड कहा जाता दिस इज द बाइबल, दिस इज द बाइबल. आई डोंट नो व्हाट बुलशिट पीपल फॉलो. उसके आगे भी बुक्स थी which can help you evolve as a student and think कि चलो you want to go for biology or you want to go for physics or you want to go for maths, you evolve, you learn. वो स्पेस नहीं था. तो आई स्टार्टेड अ प्लेटफॉर्म विद दिस विजन कि हम एक ऐसा स्पेस क्रिएट करते हैं. एंड एवरीथिंग वाज वेरी प्लान्ड एंड एवरीथिंग वाज वेरी इफेक्टिव क्योंकि जो मेथोडोलॉजी मैंने अप्लाई करी थी it worked on me as well क्योंकि whatever I was delivering I was trying it on my own first, but eventually the market was not ready. And करते करते कोविड का टाइम आया. एंड कोविड के टाइम तक द बिजनेस वाज लाइक कि नॉट अ बिजनेस, इट वाज जस्ट एन आइडिया एंड अ किड इन कॉलेज ट्राइंग टू बिल्ड अ स्टार्टअप गेटिंग बैकलैशेस फ्रॉम एवरीवन और सब कहते थे बेवकूफ हो तुम, क्या कर रहे हो ऐसे. आई वाज लाइक ठीक है चलो. आई वाज लाइक आई एम नॉट डूइंग इट सीरियसली बट आई नीड टू डू समथिंग. आई एम डूइंग इट एज माई हॉबी प्रोजेक्ट. आई लाइक टू पीपल कि चलो हॉबी प्रोजेक्ट की तरह करते हैं. देन कोविड केम. कॉलेजेस बंद हो गए, स्कूल्स बंद हो गए, कोचिंग्स बंद हो गए. सबकी ऐसी तैसी हो गई. The whole world was not ready to move to online classes. This problem happened only in India. Other countries were already doing that. Online का ecosystem already था. In my college, I helped my teachers, my professors to set up an environment. I gave them ideas as well. Initially तो उन्हें लग रहा था कोविड क्या है कुछ दिन में हो जाएगा, but I was constantly studying about because I wanted to do something with the genetics as well. So I was in that medicine background जहाँ पे I was studying deeply that what's gonna go wrong. And 2019 में ही COVID started. And I used to discuss with a lot of people that there's something bad gonna happen. We need to be well prepared. And they were like, नहीं ऐसा थोड़ी हो जाएगा, ऑनलाइन तो कौन ही करेगा. मतलब एक ऐसा था कि ऑनलाइन को ऐसा देखा जाता था कि ये तो एकदम बेकार चीज है.
Yeah.
ये विजन था इंडिया के अंदर. एंड दैट इज द ओनली रीजन इंडिया सफर्स इन एवरी सिनेरियो इज बिकॉज हम कोई भी नई चीज को ऐसे देखते हैं कि ये क्यों करना है, उसको एकदम घिन की भावना से देखते हैं. कोविड आया, ऐसी तैसी हो गई सबकी. हमारा बिजनेस बूम करने लगा बिकॉज वी हैड द टूल्स ऑलरेडी इन प्लेस. वी गॉट सम मोर टीचर्स एंड तब बस कॉन्सेप्ट इतना था कि वी विल जस्ट डू टीचिंग. इन दैट जर्नी आई सॉ कि टेक में और भी प्रॉब्लम्स है, सिर्फ गूगल मीट जूम से नहीं हो पाएगा. फ्री वाला जूम तो 45 मिनट ही चलता है, हमें 1 घंटा 1 घंटे ज़्यादा के सेशंस भी चाहिए. तो आई थॉट कि चलो कुछ करते हैं, ढूंढते हैं एक प्लेटफॉर्म, पहले बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं. देन आई सॉ कि टेक वगैरह उस टाइम पे बहुत इनएक्सेसिबल था, प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना वॉज अ बिग थिंग. देन आई रीच्ड आउट टू माइक्रोसॉफ्ट. एंड क्योंकि वी यूज टू सी दिस पॉडकास्ट एंड ऑल, क्योंकि पॉडकास्ट ऑन यूट्यूब बहुत पहले से चल रहा है, इंस्टाग्राम केम वेरी लेटर. So I wrote down an email to Microsoft that I'm doing such things, and I have seen your Teams platform, and I think if I can get access to it and tweak it something, it can be very helpful. And you guys give it to schools and colleges, but not to private institutions. But I'm running a private institution and I want to do this. So eventually they replied, and for around good 2 3 years they gave it to me free of cost. And in that time, I had complete access to their team and the platform. And I custom built one Microsoft platform for my organization. And we deployed that for good 3 4 years again. And then we moved to a paid plan, and we had all sort of protocols in place, and everything was custom made because it's a corporate software, but it can be designed as per your requirement. This last year we changed our platform because we want to scale more, we want to automate a lot of things, and again Teams also has its limitation. So that's how I started. But in that journey in between, somehow I got references from other parents. Some Indian parents have some connections out there, and that time all I was doing my bachelor's itself. So I got a few clients from other countries, and पहली पहली बार बाहर की कंट्री के बच्चों का हैंडल करना, this was a big thing for us and an achievement as well. Then I started to do a thorough research about the international market. And I was like, it's good. And I always had a plan कि I will move abroad for studies and all. And मेरा पहले जाने का plan था, but due to COVID everything was shut down, तो मैं इंडिया में ही था. Then I was doing my M.Tech after B.Tech, तो तब तक things were in a scale कि I was independent and I was running a full scale company. And घर से pressure था कि you need to continue your studies as well, you cannot drop out. मैंने मास्टर्स भी करा. मास्टर्स करते करते आई गॉट अ चांस टू गो फॉर हार्वर्ड बॉस्टन. मैं वहाँ से चला गया बाहर. एंड व्हेन आई वेंट आउट आई सॉ दैट गैप तो बहुत बड़ा है, जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं बहुत गलत कर रहे हैं. एंड इंडिया के अंदर ना तो पेरेंट्स वांट टू स्पेंड दैट मच, एंड ना ही दे आर गोना फॉलो व्हाट यू आर गोना ऑफर. Things went rogue in that direction कि either you transform your business or you get into something ये recorded online. I was like कि recorded वाला तो मतलब पड़ा ही है मार्केट में ऑलरेडी, मैं भी वही रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस दूंगा, तो व्हाट आई विल ऐड. क्योंकि अगर उससे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाती तो. एंड बाय द टाइम बायजूस में आई हैव इंटरेक्टेड अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम विद द अपर मैनेजमेंट, एंड आई हैव इवन गॉट मल्टीपल ऑफर्स फ्रॉम बायजूस टू जॉइन देम फॉर देयर being their training head in Bangalore and stuff. Okay, I've lived in Bangalore, I've lived in Mysore, I've lived in Mumbai, I've lived in Delhi as well in India. तो I saw that they are doing some things कि रिकॉर्डेड ही पुश करना है उनको, इंडियन करिकुलम पे ही फोकस्ड है. बट इंडियन करिकुलम नीडेड अ लॉट मोर देन दैट. एंड आई ट्राइड एंड बर्न माई हैंड्स बैडली. क्योंकि मार्केट में जब शिफ्ट आया ना, तो ये शिफ्ट बहुत खराब था. टीचर्स शिफ्ट के लिए पहले तो एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं थे. फिर जब उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट करा तो उनकी डिमांड इतनी शोर हो गई जो डिमांड पेरेंट फुलफिल करने को रेडी नहीं था. रिसेंटली आई हैव रेड अ पोस्ट ऑफ सम this is some analyzing company. They do this analysis, and they published a very shocking report that the cost of acquisition was around 3,000 to 4,000 per client, and the revenue was around 600 to 800. Okay, you're not audible, by the way.
That's a huge gap.
Yes, and think of it like this: ki if teachers want more, parents want to pay less.
Yeah,
How are businesses being built on that? Because
that's true.
see, I don't come from a very traditional business family, but I understood the game of business कि अगर 4 रुपए में सामान जा रहा है तो I need to have the cost at 3 rupees, 1 रुपए बचेगा, that is the take home,
Yeah.
and that I can again reinvest in the business and grow. But that kind of scenario was there, and India के अंदर ऐसा हो रहा था, competition चल रहा था. Although we were doing good, लेकिन मेरे peers, मेरे colleagues, they were comparing. आकाश जैसा बनाओ, बाईजूस जैसा बनाओ. I was getting a lot of inputs and all, and I tried a lot. फिर ऑप्शन दिख रहा था, यू नीड टू टेक इन्वेस्टमेंट, एंड आई वाज लाइक एजुकेशन इज समथिंग जिसमें आई डोंट नीड वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट इनसाइड इट, बिकॉज व्हाट विल दे कंट्रीब्यूट. दे विल से, आई नो आई एम गिविंग यू 5 करोड़ रुपीस नाउ, एक साल बाद दे विल से आई वांट 10x रिटर्न्स. नहीं पॉसिबल है. एंड ज्यादा कस्टमर्स लाने के लिए यू कैन नॉट गो एंड टॉक टू पीपल एंड मेक देम अवेयर, क्योंकि आप जाके बात करोगे ना तो वो आपकी बातें वैसे भी नहीं सुनेंगे, क्योंकि इंडिया है. इंडिया में वो जब तक किसी और से आपके बारे में नहीं सुनते, दे आर नॉट गोना ट्रस्ट यू.
So true,
इज
sir.
द साइकोलॉजी.
Uh,
ठीक है. नो मैटर हाउ गुड यू आर डूइंग, if you go and talk to them and say that I'm trying to solve this problem, तो वो आपका सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे. बट यही कोई अननोन आके उनसे कहे कि अच्छा आपके घर का आपका भतीजा तो इज डूइंग वेरी गुड, देन दे विल सपोर्ट, देन दे विल एक्सेप्ट इट. तो इस तरह की मेंटालिटी में इंडिया के अंदर बूटस्ट्रैप बिजनेसेस बनाना इन एजुकेशन वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, एंड not just me, a lot of other people are trying to build such scale business. A lot of them have done it, and still they struggle because ultimately कोई भी अगर सिर्फ इंडिया फोकस्ड है तो वो या तो किसी वीसी के साथ कनेक्टेड है, या तो उसने ऑफलाइन भी इंटीग्रेशन करा है, या तो उसने इंडिया का मार्केट छोड़ दिया. एंड आई वाज कंप्लीटली अगेंस्ट द ऑफलाइन थिंग कि बच्चे स्कूल जा रहे हैं, उनको कॉलेज भी जाना है, अब हम भी उनको बुलाने लगे तो एक तो मेरा कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ेगा और
yes.
रिजल्ट उससे कुछ नहीं होगा, जो करना है वो हो नहीं पाएगा.
True.
तो वी डिड अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च. धीरे धीरे हमारे बिजनेस के अंदर इंडिया के साथ साथ सिंगापुर, यूके, कनाडा और मिडिल ईस्ट आने लगा. मिडिल ईस्ट में ओमान, जॉर्डन, थोड़ा बहुत चाइना, एशियन कंट्रीज को हमने काफी टच करा. बट स्टिल द थिंग वाज ना कि उसके वहां पे भी मतलब जैसे इंडिया की हालत है, एशिया और मिडिल ईस्ट में भी लगभग द सिनेरियो इज सेम. यूएस के अंदर आई हैड अ वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन. यूएस का प्राइसिंग स्ट्रेटेजी अलग था, मार्केट अलग था, और चैलेंजेस सबसे ज्यादा थे इन टर्म्स ऑफ एजुकेशन डिलीवरीज. इंडिया का एजुकेशन सिस्टम आसान है, कोई भी आके पढ़ा लिखा आदमी पढ़ा सकता है. यूएस में द चैलेंजेस इवन बिगर, एंड आई वाज ऑलवेज समवन जिसको चैलेंजेस थोड़े ज्यादा पसंद है. I was like, why not try this? And they were all like, अरे पागल हो, कंपनी बर्बाद हो जाएगी एंड ऑल. मैं कहा वैसे कौन सा बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है, हो जाएगी हो जाएगी, लेट्स सी. एंड आई डिड इट. I did it for a very long time, and eventually I burned a lot of money as well with suggestions from people. मुझे ऐसा सजेस्ट किया गया था कि see other companies, they are paying so much to their employees and you're not hiring such big experts. You're not going to establish in the market, international market के लिए तो इतना इतना देते हैं. And trust me, I've hired people with I'm disclosing it openly now. I've hired people with 12, 15, 16, 18 LP. A bootstrap company is hiring a team of 5, 6 people as an expert with that kind of salary structure. And I had that kind of savings from the earlier profits. And in that 1 year, they were given a project to build everything. I hired a tech company. We built a complete platform. This is for SAT I'm talking about. And at the end, the result was very bad. Then I realized one another thing. Same exam in different countries is completely different, because the students who are preparing from India and the students who are preparing there have a very different level. And the question paper also is different. The patterns are also different. So preparation style will also be different. Then I decided that no, no more experts now because I have burned a lot. Then I jumped myself into this research work, and I did 6 months of good research. And I primarily handle the sales of the company. Then when I got the conclusion, I made a program, and then I had two, three right people, assigned them what to do. not asking them what to do, but just telling them that, yeah, this is the process. You're going to follow this. That's all. And then we scaled in the US market. And because I have to keep a lot of things in mind, I have to do a lot of documentations. The major thing I told you in our last call as well, the trust. So you need to gain trust of that market, and that is very difficult because you need to give real results. You have to deliver that. And that was one of the biggest challenges I faced. Eventually, मेरा dream था कि I will make an Indian education startup helping students in India, cost effective रखेंगे. And when I was teaching, I used to teach as well. So I had my few first of the students, and eventually they are doing very good right now. On my Instagram in the very beginning, I posted they were all like 90-95% high scorers, and they were my students. I've taught them personally. So I used to take multiple subjects. I've taken biology, I've taken computer science, I've taken physics. क्योंकि बहुत बार टीचर्स नहीं मिलते थे, टीचर्स की डिमांड इतनी मेरे पास बच्चे आ गए, आई कैन नॉट लीव देम हैंड, ठीक है. आई यूज्ड टू स्टडी बिफोर टेकिंग द क्लास फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल ऑथर्स एंड देन डू द क्लासेस. एंड मेरा शेड्यूल ऐसा था कि सुबह आई हैव टू गो टू कॉलेज, अटेंड द क्लासेस एंड लैब्स. घर आने के बाद आई हैव टू स्टडी टू टीच देम इन द क्लासरूम, देन डिलीवर द क्लास, देन गिव देम होमवर्क्स, देन ईट एंड स्लीप. एंड एग्जाम के टाइम पे ऐसा होता था, मैंने सेमेस्टर का एग्जाम दिया, आई केम बैक, घर वापस आया मैं 4 बजे, 4:30 से आई हैव टू टेक द सेशन. सो इन दैट 30 मिनट आई विल बी रिवाइजिंग व्हाट आई हैव टू टीच, एंड आफ्टर दैट आई स्टार्टेड टीचिंग. एंड वो 4 साढ़े 4 बजे से रात के 10 बजे तक क्लासेस चलती, बिकॉज आई यूज्ड टू टेक like 8-9 classes on a daily basis. So at a time I have taken like पूरे पूरे दिन classes. So whenever I was off, so I was constantly taking classes. And I'm at my hometown. इसी कमरे से मैंने start करा था. I used to lock my room, lock myself inside, and keep on teaching with a pen tab and a laptop. And that's how it continued. And I believed in affordable education pricing. तो हमारी pricing बहुत कम थी. We used to charge something around 800 per subject for a month. उसमें 6 दिन classes चलती थी.
Okay, that's too
तो
less.
अगर आप पर आवर का रेट निकालो तो इट्स समथिंग विच इज नॉट पॉसिबल. अब तो आई गेस 700-800 इज अ पर आवर रेट इन इंडिया, एंड वी यूज्ड टू डू दैट फॉर मंथ. तो ऐसे 2-2.5 हजार का हमारा फीस स्ट्रक्चर था ऑन अ मंथली बेसिस, एंड लोगों को बहुत महंगा लगता था. ठीक है. एंड ये पर आवर मॉडल पे भी वी शिफ्टेड अ लॉट लेटर. हमारे पास एक सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर था बिकॉज वी यूज्ड टू हायर स्टूडेंट्स. कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स को ही हम हायर करते थे. वी यूज्ड टू ट्रेन देम कि चलो ठीक है, लेट्स डू इट. कि इवेंचुअली विल क्रिएट बिग बैचेस एंड ऑल, बट उसके लिए यू नीड टू हैव कैपिटल सपोर्ट, marketing support, branding support. Just education alone won't help you. And I was very against of these kind of marketing. मैं कहा अगर marketing करनी है तो फिर उस लेवल की करेंगे, फिर इसमें marketing करके क्या फायदा, क्योंकि ultimately we will do cash burn. And it's very shocking to see a lot of other companies have always proven me right.
That's
So
true.
every other company is just burning money in marketing and ads.
Yeah.
And I'm like, अगर इतना पैसा उसमें चलाना पड़ रहा है तो मतलब कुछ तो गड़बड़
Yeah.
है ना. बिकॉज I'm एजुकेटिंग, आई एम हेल्पिंग इन दम आउट. तो ठीक है, मेरी रीच बढ़ाने के लिए आई नीड टू डू मार्केटिंग. बट बच्चे लाने के लिए अगर मुझे 5 लोगों की टीम लगती है, तो देन आई एम डेफिनेटली फेलिंग इन दैट. क्योंकि फिर यू बिकॉज यू आर नॉट सेलिंग अ प्रोडक्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आज सुबह सुबह न्यूज आती है एप्पल ने अपने प्राइसेस अराउंड 40-50% बढ़ा दिए सारे प्रोडक्ट्स के. दे विल सर्वाइव दिस क्योंकि दे आर अ प्रोडक्ट. आपने उनकी कोई चीज खरीदी, इट विल स्टे विथ यू. बट एजुकेशन इज अ सर्विस. You cannot operate in the same mentality. But VCs basically they have ruined the whole thing. And I constantly get a lot of invitations from VCs for funding, not just from India, from Singapore, from US as well. And I said no. मतलब मैं क्या करूंगा तुम्हारे पैसे लेके. तुम दे तो दोगे, मैं ले भी लूंगा, बहुत अच्छा है. फिर एक बढ़िया सी कोई मर्सिडीज टाइप की गाड़ी भी आ जाएगी. ठीक है, फिर तुम कहोगे मुझे 10x रिटर्न चाहिए, मैं कहूँगा नहीं हो सकता है. फिर विल बी ऑल इनटू दिस. तो ऐसे नो, ठीक है, whatever is going on, let's keep continuing that because the aim should be fulfilled, that what we are trying to solve. Then eventually जब इंडिया में तो I completely accepted that I was a big failure in India. इंडिया में जो मैंने सोचा था, it might be good for everyone but it failed. That business idea was pathetic. क्योंकि अगर वो काम नहीं करता तो no matter how good the idea is, it's a failure and you need to take that. तो it was a big failure. तो I was like कि चलो ठीक है, ये तो fail हो गया. And Zeal is not my first startup. I have already failed in 3-4 more startups as well. I can name you the ideas as well, like Soul Store, if you have seen the t-shirt company. We have started something way back. We failed. And then they started and see where they are now. So it's not that key I did bad, but वो idea मेरे से execute नहीं हुआ the way it should be. I learned a lot of things in that. Then US का जब market आया and I studied and I saw कि I can do better in this. So I take a hard call. Then I switched and steered the whole ship towards another direction. And all this was done very drastically because I'm a very quick person. अगर मुझे लगता है ना कि if there is something which is not going to work out, I pull the plug very immediately. And it's a bad habit I have. Like with this AI and stuff, I was very deeply indulged in AI and all. I partnered with one company in Maharashtra, made a lot of AI labs and all. I traveled a lot for that, did a lot of conferences, seminars, received awards as well in that journey with the work I was doing and all. And recently, when I came back 2 months ago, I was doing some research work in my office and something clicked in my mind when I saw the cloud bill because I'm using Microsoft, I'm using Google, I'm using other cloud platforms as well, and all the AI tools mostly. मैंने जब बिल देखा मुझे खटका ये जो चल रहा है I can just multiply the numbers and see that 6 महीने में where I will be landing. I was like भाई साहब ये तो नहीं चलेगा. I need to pull the plug. I started preparing and all of a sudden I pulled all the plugs in AI and जो partnership मैंने करी थी सब मेरे से खफा हो गए that you're not working now, you're not taking things ahead and all. And I was like कि आपके साथ मैं काम करूँ ठीक है बट आप भी डूबोगे मैं भी डूबूंगा. And if I can see that ship is sinking, I don't want to be in that ship because I can see. And I will tell you also, you also jump the ships. Abhi recently I was talking to my intern and she's also facing some similar kind of problem. She also has her own startup. So AI pe we were discussing and I was like, now I'm gonna remove A from the AI and just keep it intelligence, not artificial intelligence anymore. Recently, some other company also got a big bill. इतना कि वो company turmoil में चली आई. एंड एंटरप्राइज में तो कि हम पहले यूज करते हैं फिर हमारे पास बिल आता है ना आता है तो आपको भरना पड़ेगा फिर तो इट्स बेटर टू skip that. So I pulled all the AI plugs and let's see what happens. But I believe बबल वैसे भी फटने वाला है पहले हट जाओ धमाके से बचोगे because it will give us time to stabilize. I also started one more thing. पहले I used to do it as well. मतलब ये downfall है, we can see the downfall. In the beginning I used to write codes. I have learned like 8 or 9 coding languages on every platform and I used to do coding on my own. And abhi we use AI to rewrite the emails. I decided the first thing कि अब इसको fix करते हैं. Let's write the email on my own. थोड़ा गलत लिखूंगा चलेगा लोग समझ जाएंगे. I'm not gonna use AI unnecessarily. At least I started, then my whole team can adapt to it. So that's the whole journey how we started and landed up here
So that is amazing.
overall.
Actually, a motivation, trust me, because you're actually doing everything on your own. Like be it teaching, I have
Yes.
seen very less founders who are actually have done teaching, so they don't understand the gap that much. And that is the
Mm.
biggest advantage I see you have because, and the other thing I really like that you never stop, sir. Because failure to आते ही हैं. I mean, business is about that, and it's always good to कि हम try करते हैं. So I
Not
really
just business, life is all about this. You will try, you will fail,
yes.
then you must try again. मतलब ठीक है you failed तो नो
Yeah,
गिल्ट ठीक है हो गया
yeah,
नहीं
but
करेंगे दोबारा वो कुछ और गलत करेंगे.
that is true. That is very true. मेरा विजन भी कुछ आपके जैसा नहीं है इतना बड़ा छोटा सा है बट आई एक्चुअली सॉ दैट गैप आई टोल्ड यू राइट अ ईयर it's a year ago when I started training teacher 3 years back. I was like, okay, curling. It was not a passion that time. I just did it because I was a good teacher. I used to convert every demo, so I got that opportunity. But when I see, like, I used to think, हाँ सबको आता होगा. अब टीचर है तो जानते ही होंगे ना कि कैसे पढ़ाना है ना.
Right.
Then I saw कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. There is a reason कि सारे teachers नहीं convert कर पा रहे. There is a reason कि उनको tools नहीं पता. And I feel, as you also said, no, इंडिया में ना कोई upskill भी नहीं करना चाहता. There are very
No.
limited people, sir, who actually want to. That is one of the reason I think you also succeed because you continuously upskill yourself in every different branches, be it
True.
coding. You
True.
you taught every single subject. I really because I am from science background. I have not done BTech, but I have done masters in physics. So I know like
Mhm.
how difficult, to explain things. And then that to all three sciences. So hats off. And I'm glad that we are in this call. I think you will be a very good motivation for my viewers. Thank you so much for coming in, sir.
Surely.
So can I start with my question? I have prepared 4 questions.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So here comes the first question. You have worked with and observed hundreds of teachers, right? What's the one
Mhm.
quality that consistently separates teachers who grow quickly from those who remain stuck?
Those teachers who have a good habit of accepting new things, and let's say if they are coming to us and we give them a certain procedure that, yeah, see, this is how we are going to work and this is going to help you, because whatever we design is always designed to help them. Because
Yeah.
if they are doing good, then we as an organization will do good. So there are a lot of teachers who adapt to it very quickly, and then there are teachers who have a lot of experience, and I respect their experience, but that experience actually doesn't work in this market. So they are very like resistant to change, and they constantly argue with the team that हम तो ऐसे करते हैं, हम तो ऐसे करते हैं, वैसे ही करेंगे. And you do it like this is very good. If it works, it's really appreciating. But अगर आप यहाँ आ जाते हो ना कि we'll do it like this only and we are not gonna change, that causes a problem. And इससे क्या होता है, कंपनी की हमारी इमेज ऐसी बनती है कि जील बड़ा एरोगेंट है. But it's not like that. We have made a procedure to help you convert and retain those students, but अगर आप उसको bypass करके चलोगे, तो what happens, वहां पे problems create होती हैं, and that problem is not communicated to the teacher. वो हम तक आती हैं. And हमारे पास जब problem create होके आती है, तो एक ही चीज आती है पेरेंट्स से, we want the teacher to be changed. And once we get this, now we are also helpless. Now, what the team has to do to retain is to change the teacher with another teacher, and that teacher's merit is gonna reduce. तो उसको further classes automatically नहीं मिलती, because we have a automated system in place. तो आपकी रैंकिंग वहाँ इंटरनली घटती है और आपको पता भी नहीं चलता है. एंड जब भी हम किसी टीचर को लाते हैं इन दिस सिस्टम, तो वी शेयर देम द डॉक्यूमेंट्स, वी शेयर देम द पॉलिसीज, एंड उसकी प्रॉपर एक ट्रेनिंग देते हैं. वी ब्रीफ यू दैट व्हाट टूल्स यू हैव टू यूज एंड व्हाट सीक्वेंस यू हैव टू फॉलो. उन्हें लगता है that we are controlling too much or we are asking too much, but actually it's the effort we are putting in to get you the students. Because this market is not like this कि बच्चों को हम ले आए स्कूल की तरह ना आपको क्लासेस में दे दिया. डेमोज होते हैं, कन्वर्जन्स कराने होते हैं. With SATs what we do, we have a fixed procedure. यहाँ पे we do not go for demos anymore. बट एकेडमिक्स में डेमो इज समथिंग, बिकॉज पेरेंट्स ना पहले चेक करते हैं टीचर को आता है कि नहीं, फिर वो चेक करते हैं बच्चे को समझ आता है कि नहीं. एंड आई वोंट ब्लेम एवरीथिंग ऑन द टीचर्स. पेरेंट्स की भी एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. पेरेंट्स जब एजुकेशन के लिए आते हैं, दे बिहेव लाइक दे हैव केम फॉर शॉपिंग. दे डू पिक एंड चूज. आई हैव असाइंड वन ऑफ द बेस्ट टीचर एज पर द स्टूडेंट्स प्रोफाइल एंड द डेमो इज डन वेरी गुड. Then the teacher asked ki, what happened, why I'm not hearing back, the demo went very well, the student was happy and all. They are not aware that what the parents are asking. Parents ask, can we have another demo with another teacher? We just want to see how it is. And I'm like, आप पढ़ाने आए हो या आप स्वयंवर में आए हो कि आपको दूसरा भी देखना है? If the teacher is good, he has taught you the concepts, you have understood the learnings, go ahead. एक क्लास में किसी को कुछ नहीं समझ में आता है, start learning. Because it's our duty to ensure that you are getting the best thing in the classroom, but it's your duty as well to attend the classes and take the sessions. तो that's the kind of stress it creates in the market. And इससे क्या होता है, इससे हमारी इमेज सबसे ज्यादा खराब होती है, that we are very arrogant. And these are things which I cannot explain to the teachers directly as well, because it's not possible to explain it to everyone. And the team also, the team's duty is to handle the overall operations rather than explaining. So a lot of times it happens that people come up with a lot of frustration. But that's the only quality I've seen. जो टीचर बिल्कुल भी एरोगेंट नहीं है, एंड आई डोंट वांट टू साउंड रूड टू एनी ऑफ द टीचर्स, बट बहुत से टीचर्स ऐसे होते हैं, उनका नेचर होता है कि अच्छा ठीक है, आप मुझे बताओ हाउ डू यू डू इट एंड आई विल डू इट. वो वाले टीचर्स जो सबसे सरल होते हैं, दे गो हाई. उनकी डिमांड बहुत ज्यादा होती है, बिकॉज व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इज ना, वो क्योंकि दीज आर फ्रीलांस टीचर्स, तो उनके साथ एक एज है. द एज इज यू आर वर्किंग इन मल्टीपल कंपनीज. आपको हर कंपनी के कल्चर के बारे में पता है. तो आपकी ना स्किल सेट्स ओवरऑल बहुत इंक्रीज होंगी अगर आप एडमेंट नहीं हो. बट अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स आई विल टेक नेम्स नाउ. बायजूस के बहुत टीचर्स आते थे हमारे पास, एंड दे वर लाइक, हम तो ऐसे कराते थे, हम ऐसे ही कराएंगे. आई वाज लाइक, मैम ऐसे ही कर करके बायजूस चली गई, हमें नहीं जाना है, ऐसे नहीं करते हैं. बट दे लाइक, नहीं हम ऐसे ही करेंगे. that caused a problem. And then my team was really frustrated, and they started to not consider the CVs of candidates who have Byju's in there. Like stereotype बन जाता है, it's very obvious. And हमें उसका backlash भी मिला. एक बार हमें ये भी backlash मिला था कि Zeal doesn't hire married women. ये आया था सोशल मीडिया पे, किसी ने क्वेश्चन एलिगेशन किया था. The whole reason was those who are newlyweds, they have a lot going on their plate, and teaching is a very committed job. उसमें बहुत ज्यादा here and there नहीं कर सकते. If you are a new mother or you are a newlywed, आपके नए घर में you have responsibilities, आपके नए बच्चे के साथ you have responsibilities, and education is again a responsibility. So that was also a problem we dealt with, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं था that we do not want to hire married women or newlyweds or the mothers. We have no issues with that. We all wanted was some commitment.
Yeah,
And that's how we ensured that chalo commitment mile. So that kind of teachers really grew very well.
absolutely. Even I also have seen those teachers only growing, so who actually are compliance and adaptable to new changes, whatever, wherever it is.
Right.
All right. So coming to the next question. If an aspiring teacher approached like a fresher, right? Today with
Mhm.
no experience but strong willingness to learn, what would your roadmap for their first 6 months will look like?
So the whole company and the whole growth has been made based on freshers.
Okay.
And freshers are my first priority because I believe if it's a Kora Kagas, it's better to write on that. Okay. Now again, a lot of experienced teachers get offended because मेरे पास ऐसे भी messages and calls हैं because my personal number is already out there. तो आता है that why am I not selected? I have 18 years of experience. And I'm like, I really don't know. There's a process. कुछ नहीं बैठा होगा. It's all right. You're not a bad teacher. You are a good one. हमारा काम, हमारी requirement is थोड़ी different, तो नहीं fit बैठा. So if a fresher approaches me, I just check one thing. That are you ready to learn? If so, I have a team in place. I have a training module in place. We bear the cost. You just follow it, and I will make you the teacher you want to be. You do not have any international exposure, no problem. We give curriculum training, content training, teacher training as well. But you just need to know the subject. You know the subject, you know how to teach, and you are soft enough to understand and adapt to the changes, then you are most welcome. We'll train you. That's our headache. And that training is not done just for Zeal, but it's done to create teachers because वही teacher दूसरी कंपनीज में भी जाके पढ़ाएगा बच्चों को, तो it will eventually benefit all the students. So we want to do that, and we even do that. But it depends totally on how they want to go for it. बहुत लोगों को लगता है कि अच्छा ट्रेनिंग होगी तो will it be paid? I'm like, मैम मेरे ही पैसे लग रहे हैं ट्रेनिंग कराने में. जो टीम आपको ट्रेन करी उसको सैलरी देनी पड़ती है. अगर मैं उसके बाद आपको भी पैसे दूं तो बच्चे का कैसे प्रॉफिट तो होगा नहीं, इसमें लॉस होगा, राइट? बच्चे आएंगे, यू विल गेट पेड फॉर दैट. बट ट्रेनिंग के लिए इट्स समथिंग फॉर यू बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी डोंट नो. तो दे लाइक नहीं मुझे तो सब्जेक्ट आता है, बट अगेन यू डू नॉट हैव इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर एंड एक्सपीरियंस. हाउ विल इट फिट? सो या फ्रेशर्स के साथ there's two kind of scenarios. एक जो ट्रेन होते हैं and they become very good teachers. एक जो ट्रेन नहीं होना चाहते because they want money for training, and there's something जिसका हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. I will again name, we have other companies, you know it well, they have offered paid trainings as well. ठीक है, but then again with a condition कि 3 महीने होने के बाद ही we will do that. So we are all aware of this marketing tactics with this, but the worst part is we are using marketing tactics with the teachers as well. जैसे हम बच्चों के लिए मार्केटिंग टैक्टिक्स यूज करते हैं, पेरेंट्स के लिए यूज करते हैं, या टीचर्स के लिए भी करना पड़ रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट इज गोना ruin the market eventually.
But I am glad
So that's all about it.
know, sir, that you are actually hiring freshers also because there are companies who are not actually none of the companies are taking free, I mean freshers. Everyone wants experts with experience, and then eventually they are
Right,
paying very low to them. I just don't understand. That is not fitting. Like if we hire a fresher, we train them and we pay less, that makes sense because this is how even I start. I didn't directly started with 1K per hour. It's the experience, the
right,
learning which actually took me to that pricing that I have in the market. So we need to accept that also as a fresher. But yeah,
right.
I'm really happy to know that you are actually really helping a lot of teachers also to get trained on. So I'm definitely going to give you a lot of teachers who need your support, sir.
Thank you.
No. Okay, I will move to the last question. I won't take much of your time now. So if you were
Mhm,
hiring a teacher today, okay, what would make you say, I want this person on my team even before they start teaching? I kind of know that answer, but still I want to hear from you.
Firstly, if the vision is aligned and they really want to be a teacher and they are working for a change, and money is not the primary goal, although working for money is not bad, we all are working for money and I completely get it. But if you're working only for money and ऐसा करते हो कि सिर्फ आपको घंटे बिता के कमाने, then वहाँ पे vision नहीं align होता. If the vision is aligned, then yes, that is it. And also I will reveal a few more facts. I don't know who are gonna see this, but at Zeal, what we do is we take a screening test. Okay, and I don't know if I should say this out loud or not, but a lot of teachers who will be seeing this, we know that a lot of teachers are cheating in that.
Okay.
And that is disheartening. Yeah. Because we have systems which are tracking everything and we see teachers cheating and it makes us very disheartened कि यार इन पे भरोसा करना है हमें बच्चों के साथ क्योंकि बच्चे तो क्लास में बम्बार्ड करके ऐसी तैसी कर देंगे. तो we just make sure and वो हमारे recruitment का screening process है because ultimately when you get high number of applications you have to do something like this to screen out. And ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ उसी के बेसिस पे we do the selection. अगर आपके मार्क्स कम भी आए हैं it doesn't matter. ठीक है, overall we do a multi-step thing. Once you apply, your profile is being screened and we see if you can be a good fit with what we are needing right now. Then we call you for an introductory interview. We take a brief introduction of your profile and then we give you one screening test on that moment itself. It's a 30-40 minute test. You take that test, then we take a teaching demo as well. And all this is done by our first round recruiter. And after this, every interview is being seen by the expert panels, by the academicians. We have, even I also review a lot of interviews on a regular basis. We see everything, how you talk, how you communicate, how you feel, how you behave, how you are going to teach, how you are teaching, how you're explaining, and then we see what marks you have got. And then I see the profiles, your CV, what experience you have. So your experience comes at the very later stage, and then you are selected. And then we give you the basic trainings as well. That's the process, and it takes time. And बहुत बार लोग बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेट होते हैं क्योंकि बहुत जगहों पे ऐसा है कि आप एक डेमो वीडियो दो एंड यू आर गुड टू गो. वी डोंट डू दैट. हमारा एक प्रोसेस डिफाइंड है. इट टेक्स टाइम, इट टेक्स एफर्ट. And this is not something which has to be kept as a secret. Every other company can use this as well. But again, this will cost you a lot to maintain the quality and it costs us a lot as well. And that is the process why we take so much time to respond. क्योंकि इतना चेक करने के बाद ही we decide. And if let's say somebody is not selected today, that doesn't mean that they are not eligible. That simply means that our vision or our requirement is not aligned with the profile for now. Because this has also happened. We have taken a test and we have sent a sorry email that yeah, we are not moving forward right now. And after 6 months or 8 months, we have that list ki, okay, we have such requirement and we know that we have such sort of teachers already in our system. Let's reach them out. And the HR reached them out as well. And then we get them joined in the system. So that is how it works. So we believe in good culture. And that's what is prominently growing and that's needed to grow. And eventually a message for all the teachers, always focus on how you talk, how you speak, because that's going to give you the best conversions, be it in whichever company you work. If you can communicate well, you're going to be a great teacher because everybody is studying, everybody knows the concepts, but how you're communicating will decide your fate.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. And I really like one more thing that you just mentioned, that you also view the recording.
Yes,
So
I do.
that is very, very good thing, sir. I don't see every founders actually putting so much effort to see the kind of teachers they are getting. And that should be done, I feel, if you're building a company. So kudos to you, actually engrossing
Thank you so
yourself
much.
so much in every part of your team or your company.